Hi,
Hi.
I'm Gloria Grace Rand. Welcome, Ignite Circle members. And I've got BJ Stevens here. This is our new segment that I wanted to do to have us to be able to meet each other and get to know each other. So I figure it's a great way to be able to, facilitate friendships, business alliances, direct business, who knows, whatever. But that's the whole point of getting to know people is to see what we have to offer. So BJ, tell me briefly, like where do you live? What's the name of your business, and who you serve and how you serve them?
My business name is called Goosebump Moments,
Mm.
and I live in Southeast Iowa. And right now we skipped fall and went right into winter.
Oh no.
It's freezing. But I'm old. I'm a dinosaur, so now winter is causing all kinds of issues. I'm not a fan of winter. Who do I serve? I serve a lot of people. I serve people in general.
Mm.
I am a professional speaker. I am a speaker coach. I'm a leadership coach. I help people tell their story to do a personal brand story.
Mm.
And I'm also a coach and a mentor in areas such as self-esteem, self-awareness. One of the things, I have a history and a background in human resources. And one of the most standout features for me was over the years, especially back in 2008 when we had the financial crisis and
Mhm.
people that were, double PhDs were losing 30-year jobs and they had no plan B.
Mm.
They were not only struggling with coming up with resumes, but it was sad because in some cases they had to downplay their education and their requirements in order to get a job. If there are times in our life where we put forth all kinds of time commitment and financial commitments and we strive to be the best we can be, but there are moments when, as was then, everything you've worked for, everything you sacrificed for and believed in didn't mean squat. You had to start from scratch. So I was dealing with a lot of these professionals who were coming in and just feeling life had just beat them up.
Mm.
They had lost. They had always what they had done, in essence, is taken who they are and attached it to the job.
Mm.
They forgot that they're their own individual, their
Mm.
own unique thinking, believing, intelligent, worthy, smart people. And they had attached it to the job. So that became their identity. So when I started Goosebump Moments, that was part of the reason why. I want people to know your job isn't who you are.
Right.
And it was important for me to get that back. In the, almost 10 years now since,
Right.
it's even worse. It's even worse. Even though the economy's coming back up, jobs are becoming more prevalent, the pain and the anger and all of that came through back in 2008 is persisting today.
Hmm.
And it hurt. It was a pain point. Single moms with 3 and 4 and 5 kids who were working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, even though 10 years later they may have it a little easier, they're still struggling.
Hmm.
They don't see the worth in themselves. So that's kind of become my focus, my passion. But I also do a lot with small business and companies because I there's a big disconnect between employees and management.
Mm.
And I want to speak to how management needs to communicate more effectively with the employees, and the employees need to learn how to effectively, not egotistically, self-centeredly, but need to speak effectively to their management.
Mm-hmm.
So there needs to be a better communication gap, but that includes a whole lot. It's not just communication. That's a whole mindset, and it does require change.
Mm.
And people don't like change.
No, not at all.
So I'm covering a lot of bases here, but those are things that really speak to me.
Mm.
I still do individual coaching. I still do public speaking presentations. I just signed up with my local junior college and the Center for Business here in my area. And I have done one presentation, and hopefully come next semester, I will be able to, or maybe spring, summer semester, be able to offer some workshops and classes and things on what's in my niche and what I'm expert at. So,
Cool.
and then
Yeah.
you get to be the very first person to hear.
Uh-oh.
I, as of Friday, am an official John Maxwell team member.
Oh, congratulations.
I love it.
Awesome.
I know. And that's a journey I'm excited to get into,
Mm-hmm.
because then, here in a relatively short amount of time, I'll be certified as a coach, trainer, and speaker under him, and a mentor, hopefully, under him. And that will just give credence. And this morning, I'm finishing the final touches on my very first Amazon book.
Awesome. Very good.
Publication. I do have some e-booklets, but they're just e-booklets that I just hand out here and there.
Right.
This will be my very first published book, so I'm excited.
Very good. Awesome. So that was great, learning a little bit more about you. So if you had to pick one like superpower that you have, what is the thing that you are really excel at when you're working with like clients that either whether it is coaching or speaking or whatever it is? What's your one thing that you're real good at?
Believe it or not, is putting myself in their shoes.
Mm.
I seriously, my background, I mean, it covers a lot of everything. I have, although there are certain things I've not experienced, none of us have experienced everything.
Yeah.
But I have a well-rounded, not so happy background. And that gives me an insight to what people feel and think. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. I don't think a lot of coaches and mentors are really in touch with how people are thinking and feeling these days. I think there's a lot of disconnect there. That goes into a whole nother region that probably we shouldn't even dive into. But that I do believe that's one of my strengths, is that I'm an effective listener. And that plays very well into making me be able to ask the questions that a lot of people don't want to ask or are afraid to ask. And they have to be asked of any clients or future business partners, because if you can't ask the right questions, you're leaving the door open to a lot of disappointment, hurt, misinformation, misunderstandings. It's crucially important that you learn how to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, great. Before we finish up today, tell me one thing that you are especially proud of.
I have two.
Two? Okay.
This year, I am celebrating my 25th year as a cancer survivor.
Oh, that is something awesome to be proud of.
Well,
Congratulations.
it's not only just awesome, but when I was diagnosed and went in for surgery, part of the story, um,
Mhm.
because of the extremely rare type of cancer that I had, the doctor said I had a right to know, and it wasn't the best part of her job to tell me these
Mhm.
kind of things. But I had a 75% chance of not coming off the operating table.
Wow.
So to have a 25% chance of living and then to celebrate the 25th year,
Holy.
yeah,
Wow.
I'm extremely proud of that. It took a lot of
Mm.
work. It took a lot of
Mhm.
work. Life had to change. My lifestyle had to change.
Mhm.
Um, so because of that, I'm very proud, very proud. The other
Awesome.
thing is, 3 years ago, I was personally invited to a training by Les Brown.
Oh
And,
my.
and I got to spend the 3 glorious life, not just life changing, life altering days with Les. There was only 40 of us that were handpicked to go into this training. Um, it literally changed everything about my life.
Wow.
Everything. I'm telling you,
Wow.
that man is. In that particular training, we got to see a side of him that's not given to the bigger training groups or
Mhm.
to his presentation groups or anything.
Mhm.
We were the inner circle
Yeah.
of him,
Mhm.
and I'm telling you, I mean, it was so powerful. It sounds funny, but this is no joke. We were at round tables, and there were 7 people at each table.
Yeah.
And when we walked in, you have your pitchers of water and your glasses, and we had boxes of tissues in the center of
Wow.
the table.
Oh dear, that's always a bad sign. Well, not a sign, but it's like a warning. It's like, oh
It
boy.
is. But let me tell you, not only did we go through that box, but we went through 7 other boxes.
Oh my goodness.
It was a cathartic
Yeah.
experience
Mhm.
because you literally put yourself out there,
Yeah.
and it was just one of the best ever trainings I've ever been blessed with. I'm very proud to have been invited to that group.
Wow.
That won't ever come again. That's a
Mhm.
once in a lifetime thing. So
Mhm.
to have that not only in a resume, but to have just that life experience with
Yeah.
him. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Well, that's very cool. I would love to chat with you another time about that because it sounds pretty amazing. But I am so glad that we had a chance to get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you.
So thanks for helping me kick off this new endeavor, and hopefully it'll encourage other people to not be shy and take advantage of this opportunity, because I also plan on sharing this with my tribe so other people can get to know the brilliance that we have in the group. And yeah, because that's what it's all about. We got to help one another. So
We absolutely do.
yeah,
We absolutely do. Nobody can make it through life without a little assistance.
yeah, absolutely. So
And success isn't easy.
mm,
We have to depend on the advice and the friendships and the connections that we
mhm.
make. And if you don't put yourself out there and make them,
Yeah,
it ain't
nothing's
gonna
going to happen. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for darn sure. Well, thanks so much, BJ. I appreciate it. And you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you later in the group sometime.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me.
All righty. Thank you.
Mhm.